Now at 7, Oregon lawmakers rolling out bills they claim will help the state stand up to federal power, including a bill requiring law enforcement officials to clearly identify themselves. We have a roundup coming up in a live report at 7:30 plus.
I'm telling my colleagues now, I think that there is more money there, and we will have to take a look at that.
City councilors grilling the Housing Bureau after more and more unspent housing funds are being discovered. How the council plans to spend the whopping $106 million.
And Portland's oldest domestic violence shelter is expanding its services and adding dozens more beds for survivors. Thomas Schultz joins us live with a closer look at all the other services they offer to people in need. Sunrise streaming live at 7 starts right now. Good morning, and thank you for joining us live at 7 o'clock. I'm China Green.
And I'm Matthew Herchick. Happy Friday, everyone. Rod Hill and Chris McGinnis standing by with a look at the weather and traffic and other soggy starts in the morning, gentlemen.
Yeah, good morning. Thank you, Matthew. Good morning to you at home. Happy Friday. Sun is up, and it is about as dark outside as it can be. And the reason, it's a really thick depth of the low cloud cover that we think will be the case throughout the day. Radar showing another area of what will be steady passing light rain moving in, and we still have some rain around Portland, especially northward up through southwest Washington at this hour. And I'm going to keep reminding you with this particular setup today, there could be light rain at any time, anywhere. So you might check radar and find it looks dry, but then you step outside and you're like, wait a minute, it's light rain out here. So we think this is just going to be occasionally very wet today at times. But again, the rain rates will be on the light side. That's Vancouver, the Springs at the waterfront. Raindrops on the Linsdown from the Chehalem tasting room. Temperatures both locations in the mid-40s. So it's a light rain day on and off. 44 out the door, 48 degrees at noon, about 51 when the kids get out of school later today. Here's Chris.
Rod, I found the rain. It's on all 4 of my traffic cameras and probably many, many more. There's I-5 through Wilsonville. Despite the rain, traffic there northbound, the taillights moving away from your television screen. We're moving along just fine there. Up in the low cloud deck, it's misty, drippy, drizzly, choose your adjective, wet. Out near the Sylvan Hill, but traffic pretty light on that side of town. As it is up out of Clark County, the drive over the Interstate Bridge. Typically, Friday morning commutes start a little later. They're a little lighter than the Monday through Thursday commute, and that seems to be holding true this morning. Right now, you're driving from Main Street to the Fremont Bridge, 12 minutes. Guys?
Chris, thank you. New this morning, we are learning new details about an apartment fire in Gresham. This was the scene just after 3 o'clock this morning. It happened along Northeast Red Sunset Drive. The fire department says it started on the outside patio of a first-floor unit and spread to the second floor before it was discovered. They say all tenants are safe and the Red Cross is on scene to help.
In an update this morning, a jury has found a Clackamas County man guilty of killing his estranged wife.
Back in November of 2024, 72-year-old Michael Fournier murdered Susan Lane, who was found dead in the woods near Welch's. She had been shot 3 times just weeks after she signed divorce papers. Friends and family spoke in court yesterday and spoke to us outside the courtroom about their loss.
It's just left a void. I mean, we may not be related by blood, but she was our family. And we got justice for her today.
The judge sentenced Fournier to life in prison with the possibility for parole after 25 years.
A jury is now deliberating in the trial of a man accused of stabbing another man at a southeast Portland shelter in 2024. Court documents say Tim and Netherly attacked Arturo Mendoza at City Team Ministries following an argument, then backed him into a corner and stabbed him multiple times. Mendoza claims that he drew his own knife in self-defense, injuring Netherly in the process. Netherly faces several charges, including attempted murder and assault. Well, happening today, a Portland domestic violence shelter is expanding its services.
Bradley Angle is Portland's oldest domestic violence shelter, and today will add another 60 beds for survivors. Sunrise reporter Thomas Schultz joins us live from North Portland with more on this. Thomas.
Hey, good morning, guys. And yeah, this is a huge expansion with a few dozen more beds. Supporters and nonprofit organizers here at Bradley Angle say they can help 24 more families at the same time. Now, look, Bradley Angle supports around-the-clock care, that is, for domestic violence survivors. Each person has their own space. The shelter helps survivors with anything they need, whether that's books, clothes, or even new identification. Survivors can get help setting up a new bank account as they disentangle themselves from their abuser. The program is getting some help from Multnomah County too, which is contributing close to $3 million to expand services. And Margot Martin, the CEO of Bradley Angle, says this funding can make a huge difference in a lot of people's lives.
Come to us in a really high time of crisis and a really high time of need, and they need safety and stability. But what we work towards is like, where do we go from here?
Overall, Martin says the shelter will now be able to help 80 people at a time. She says 92% of survivors supported by Bradley Angle find permanent housing, which is a far greater percentage than people from other shelters. Now, this ribbon cutting is supposed to happen today at 8:30 as both supporters and organizers from the nonprofit and the county come here to boost up those domestic violence survivors. Matthew, China.
Our Thomas Schultz reporting live. And if you or someone you know is experiencing domestic violence and needs help or support, the National Domestic Violence Hotline is available 24 hours a day. You can call the number there on your screen, 1-800-799-7233. All calls are confidential.
I don't know what kind of accounting we use here, but it is not working.
Portland City Council took up a big question this week. What should be done with the millions of dollars sitting unspent in the Housing Bureau? This started in November when $21 million in unreported fees was exposed to council.
Then came the other shocker, millions more uncovered across 4 Housing Bureau accounts, a total now nearing $106 million. In more than 3-hour debate yesterday, councilors tossed around ideas on how to spend the money, and most notably at times questioned if even more money is going unreported. It got a little spicy here. Take a listen.
Is there any other monies in these pots that you have not told us about that we should know about above the $106 million? Michael.
What we presented today is all of the unbudgeted fund balances that I'm aware of.
That you're aware of.
Now, for much of the funding, there's rules on how to spend it. The funding with the fewest strings attached happens to be the original $20.7 million. Ideas include rent assistance, preserving existing affordable housing, or filling the city's general fund deficit.
The 20.7 needs to go out the door as quickly as possible.
I think we really need to slow the inflow into homelessness. I keep harping on that because I'm greatly concerned by how many more people that we're seeing on the streets, how many more people are in eviction court.
We want city money spent to help keep people in their homes. We also want to see city money spent to make rents cheaper.
Now, this was a work session, meaning nothing has been voted on yet. The city is also hiring an outside firm to investigate how all city bureaus manage their money.
Peak bloom dates are March 29th to April 1st.
And the crowd goes wild. It's time to put winter in the rear view mirror, people. The National Park Service announced when peak bloom is expected to take place this year. Over the next several weeks, millions of people will be flocking to Washington, D.C. to see the cherry blossoms in bloom. And that's something that Portlanders look forward to as well. This was the peak bloom in Portland last spring at Tom McCall Waterfront Park.
And here's a look at how things are looking right now at the Portland Japanese Garden. These photos were taken on Monday. A little less. It's still beautiful, we'll say that. You can see some pink buds starting to form, but no flowers yet. You can head to the Portland Japanese Gardens website and check out the Cherry Blossom Tracker for all of the latest updates.
Meanwhile, over in Washington, you can track the cherry blossom bloom through the University of Washington's live webcams. They have been live streaming the progress since last Friday. Doesn't look like much out there just yet either, but when it's in full bloom, it is absolutely beautiful and busy.
And we are, like 15 days away, Rod, from the first day of spring? Is that right? 21st?
Okay.
Do math. Live on TV. Go.
When is it, Christopher? On the 20th? Chris says the spring starts on the 20th this year. It does vary. Some years it's the 20th, some years it's the 21st. So anyway, he says it's the 20th this time around, which is probably on average the when it typically is. Moving on, well, I look like the biggest fool in the world. We have rain showers dropping down into our coast. Let me recorrect, not showers. This is steady rain offshore moving down. And this is what we had much of the overnight. And this is the pattern we will see today. Just additional waves of widespread steady rain coming into the area. And even if the radar is not showing anything, there's a good bet at any time today you're going to be picking up at least some really light rain, some drizzle, or some mist in the area. Here's our Seaside live camera, 48 degrees with rain being reported out over the reserve golf course from the Explorer Tualatin Valley camera in Washington County, 45 degrees. All the cameras look wet. Here's Lewis River Golf Course up in Southwest Washington. This is in Woodland. You just see on the very end of the corner there, the Lewis River. Really a pretty setting, especially on a sunny day. Here's a look at what we're dealing with temperature-wise. 44 in Forest Grove, 45 Beaverton, 44 up in Battleground. We'll probably be hanging out right around 50 for much of the afternoon hours today. 45 up in Canby and 45 in Aurora as well. Winds are generally light to 10 miles per hour coming up from the south. So it's a really gray day, just occasional light rain dropping in from the northwest and moving across the area, including the gorge out into Pendleton. Looks like it's probably dry, or at least mainly dry, in central and much of eastern Oregon today, certainly south of the Blues. All right, our 7-day, 51 today, the gray day, light rain. Tomorrow looks dry. We get up to 60, mostly cloudy to partly sunny. We spring forward Saturday night into Sunday morning. Now looks like we could have showers coming in during the morning hours on Sunday. And then we've got showers on Monday. Not a lot of total moisture. The real wet stuff is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of next week with heavy snow up in the Cascades. That's your update.
Rod, thanks for that. I pick it up with a traffic alert next week in North Portland. Wanted to give you the early heads up on this. The St. John's Bridge will be closing each night next week, overnight, from 10 p.m. through 5 a.m. the following morning. ODOT will be doing some bridge inspection, biennial bridge inspection, and some maintenance. They will allow the last TriMet buses of the evening across the bridge. Emergency vehicles will be able to use the bridge as well. But everybody else, bikes, pedestrians, cars, etc., you'll have to use the Fremont Bridge and Highway 30 and I-5. So just know that. Back to the here and now, the I-5 drive out of Clark County. Not bad. It's slowing a little bit at the interstate bridge, but we can do a lot worse than this for this time on a Friday morning. We're zipping along just fine coming in from that side. And, well, I thought we would have the drive times. There we go. You can see a speed limit clip from all directions. So far, so good. China?
Thank you, Chris. The Winter Paralympics are underway, and 2 Oregon athletes are hitting the slopes for Team USA, coming up the incredible journeys that brought them to the world stage. Plus, we are taking a look at some events happening around town this weekend. Don't go anywhere. Sunrise Streaming Live at 7 continues in just 2 minutes.
I'm Matthew Herchick, new morning anchor at KGW. I'm a huge sports fan, and I know I might be from the Buckeye State, but I'm excited to explore what the Rose City has to offer. I want to make sure you're prepared for the day, whether it's bringing you breaking news or sharing those inspirational stories that make you smile. We've got you covered. Because when news moves fast, you need a team that moves with you. Make the move to Portland's #1 streaming newscast, Sunrise, weekday mornings from 5 to 9, anywhere you watch.
We have now issued a weather impact alert.
We could expect conditions in some parts of our area to change drastically pretty soon, right?
And very quickly, yeah.
This is significant rainfall coming our way.
You'll definitely want to be extra cautious.
Certainly becoming increasingly hazardous.
We've got the potential for some tree limbs or even trees or power lines to come down.
Of course, when you hear thunder, it's always best to take cover.
On Weather Impact Alert Days, stream extended coverage on KGW+.
The Winter Paralympics officially begin today, and we are keeping an eye out for 2 Oregonians representing Team USA in Milan Cortina. Anna Sowens and Ravi Drugan both qualified in all 5 alpine ski events during the games. Drugan is from Eugene. He lost his legs above the knee after a train hit him. He discovered his love of skiing after his dad signed him up for an adaptive ski trip to keep him active. Meanwhile, Sowens broke her back falling at an indoor rock climbing gym in Portland 10 years ago, but she went on to become the first paraplegic woman to summit Mount Hood, and since then has been helping others with physical disabilities.
It can be tiresome if you hear day after day, oh, you're such an inspiration for just going grocery shopping or putting your wheelchair in your car. But there are people doing really exceptional things, and I think it's important to get that message out.
You can watch both of them compete in the downhill, their first finals of the games. That's happening on Saturday on Peacock. The Portland Jazz Festival is going on right now. Wilf's Restaurant at Union Station is just one of the spots you can catch some of the 50 performances happening across the Rose City. Tonight, Grammy Award-winning singer-songwriter St. Vincent will be performing at the Schnitzer Concert Hall. The Jazz Festival runs through March 14th. And a special prom experience is returning to the Oregon Convention Center this weekend.
Abby's Closet is back, helping thousands of high school students find the perfect dress for the dance, and it's completely free. Sunrise reporter Corey Johnson joins us live from the Oregon Convention Center with a look at how it works. Corey, this is my favorite dress on you thus far. You look like a stunning Juliet. Yes.
I would have to agree with you, China. Matthew, I feel like a princess in this dress, and that's exactly how high school students who come to this event later today and throughout the weekend are going to feel. Abby's Closet, helping thousands of high school students find the perfect prom dress completely free of charge. Rows and rows of donated dresses in every style, color, size, you name it. If you like jewels, they've got it. If you want something more subtle, they've got it. There's just so many dresses here, and they're just so beautiful. The nonprofit that started back in 2004 has provided thousands of dresses for students across Oregon and Southwest Washington. And how it works is they'll get to come, you set an appointment though, but you get to come, pick out a dress, be surrounded by family and friends who show you support as well. So it's an event not just about free dresses, but building confidence as well. And coming up, we'll talk more with organizers of the event about how they put it all together and how you can also still help if you see this story and you feel inspired as well. But for now, my princess dress and I, as well as photojournalist Prince Eric, we are going to be browsing the aisles of thousands of dresses, and we'll be back in just a little bit.
Is Prince Eric going to throw on a gown as well? Yes?
I'm trying to convince him to. We'll see.
Oh, come on. He has the perfect figure for that green one right there.
Thank you very much, Corey. We appreciate it. You said the same thing about me.
I said you would look great in a gown because he is a very tall, slender figure.
Not sure how to take that.
When you have a tall, slender figure, everything looks good on you. When you have more curves, you got to try on some more dress to make sure it fits you in the right spots.
Right. Got it.
Yeah.
Noted.
You know that, right?
You think I would look awful in the dress, in other words?
I never said that.
No, that's exactly what you said. That's exactly what
I
heard.
I never said those words.
All I know is I can't think of anything I would rather do less than change clothes out. I hate that. Whenever you got to change your clothes and change your clothes, it looks like Corey's enjoying
doing that all morning long.
Looks like a princess in every hit. How could she not love that?
All right, let's take you up to the top, shall we? This is our government camp ODOT pass camera on Highway 26. Not bad, 32 degrees. Looks a little foggy up there this morning. Snow level is actually gradually getting up to about 5,000 feet today. Right now it's right about 4. There's 30 at Santiam Pass, and there's Willamette, 29. So passes aren't in bad shape. Moisture up there is going to be really light today. And with the snow level going up to about 5,000 feet, you would expect mainly bare pavement up there this afternoon at pass level. Real quick, just keep updated. Tune in to us this weekend. It still looks like the snow levels will start to fall Sunday overnight into Monday, and then we get heavier moisture coming in during the day, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Models show through Friday, 8 p.m., this is next week, there could be 30 to 40 to even nearing 50 inches of snow. in the Cascades, near pass level, in fact. So we think it potentially will be one of the snowiest weeks we've had this entire still winter season up in the mountains. Here's a look at today's weather pattern. You can see the clouds spilling down from the northwest. So we had this last night, and we'll get it throughout the day today. See, there's rain right now in Portland. There's more offshore. These occasional little spurts of steady rain dropping down through the area. Rain rates will be light. This is a pretty quiet day, a really thick, low cloud deck, and just occasional periods of light rain coming through the area. And at any time, it could be a day where it's just at least misty outside. So be prepared for the drip on this Friday. Here's 11 o'clock. There's rain coming through 5 o'clock. The rain chances look like they should shut off gradually at some point overnight. There could be some mist around early in the morning, but generally Saturday looks to be all dry and perhaps becoming partly sunny during the day. Now here's Sunday morning. This is a speed up of time. I had been telling you we're dry Sunday morning, rain developing maybe by noon, but now it looks like rain starts to drop into us during the morning hours. Won't be a lot. Showery weather, and we'll see showery weather on Monday as well. All right, the bricks are wet from the Pioneer Park building when the MAX train's coming through. 45 degrees is the temperature. Low clouds, gray. It's going to look like this all day. 45 from the Wells Fargo building. Temperature outside, 45 Kelso and Salem and Newport. The Dow's about the same at 46. Just above freezing out east. I do think it's going to be mainly a dry day in central and eastern Oregon today, with the exception of the Columbia Basin into the Blues. So we'll call it occasional light rain. South winds 5 to 15. Temperatures just getting up into the 50s. I've got Portland at 51. Tomorrow, pretty good. We get up to 60 thanks to some dry afternoon time. And then we've got the showery weather on Sundays. We spring forward 55. Showers on Monday. There's the rain picking up with the colder weather and the snow over the Cascades are coming. Here's Chris McGinnis.
That we pick it up with a traffic alert out in the Northwest Industrial District, Highway 30 eastbound. This is near Northwest 29th Avenue. You can see the ODOT's there with a looks like a fender bender there. The eastbound right lane is blocked, so there is a little bit of local slowing getting around that, but not too bad at this point. We'll keep it posted if that winds up being or creating a major delay. The freeway drive is not in too bad a shape. I-5 southbound through North Portland running a little thick here. This is live at Columbia Boulevard. We're moving along at about 20 miles an hour or so. The trip from Clark County, 12 minutes to get you in from Main Street to the Fremont Bridge. A reminder, of course, this is a popular topic that annoys some drivers. Keep your headlights on. If you need your wipers, it is Oregon law. Anytime limited visibility conditions exist, like in the rain, you need your headlights. So if you need your wipers, you need your headlights, even if the sun is up. Matthew,
good reminder.
Welcome to
Chris.
Oregon.
Thank you. A new body cam video shows the moments that police confronted the gunman in a deadly Austin mass shooting. What investigators are learning about the suspect coming up when Sunrise Streaming Live at 7 continues in 2 minutes.
Hi, I'm Christine Padawanich. I'm a journalist at KGW, and I love exploring Portland's amazing food scene. New spot? I'm there. So I don't just report about our community, I belong to it. What happens here affects us all, and that's why we care so deeply about getting it right. And when local journalism is done right, it doesn't sit still, it moves. It moves you to act, to vote, to volunteer, to speak up, or to lend a hand. It moves your mind by challenging assumptions and offering new perspectives. It moves you forward by giving you the information to make decisions and thrive where you live. And yes, it moves your heart through the good stuff that stays with you wherever you are. And at KGW, we're here for all of it. These are the stories that move Portland.
We are getting a look at new body cam video showing the moments police confronted the man who shot and killed 3 people in Austin, Texas earlier this week.
NBC's Priscilla Thompson has more on what we are now learning about the suspect, and we do want to warn you that what you're about to see is disturbing.
This is the moment Austin police took down the gunman on a deadly rampage.
Stop moving! Stop moving!
The body cam released by the department today shows 2 different angles.
Where is it? Where is it?
Police frantically searching for the shooter.
Down! Everybody down!
And returning fire.
Shots fired! Shots fired! The suspect is down!
Also released this chilling video showing the shooter in a downtown Austin parking lot with what investigators say is an AR-15 rifle. At one point, appearing to take aim.
There are people dead over here. There have been multiple people shot.
3 people were killed and 16 injured. Multiple sources say the gunman is 53-year-old Iniaga Dianye, who wore an Iranian flag shirt during the attack. The Department of Homeland Security says the Iranian flag was also found in his home. Police say the suspect's only other interaction with law enforcement was a 2022 welfare check in New York, and that they are still investigating a motive and possible nexus to terrorism.
We conducted 2 search warrants. You talk about the digital evidence and all the things that we have to do. We are not ready to talk about exactly what that nexus is.
Tonight, the community remembering the victims, 19-year-old Ryder Harrington, 21-year-old Savitha Shawn, and 30-year-old George Peterson. And praising the heroic officers who returned fire that day. Priscilla Thompson, NBC News.
Coming up in our next half hour, Kristi Noem, now ousted from Homeland Security, post after a controversial tenure. How local lawmakers are reacting. Sunrise streaming live at 7 continues right after this.
KGW Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust. Track how the weather will impact your day. Breaking news live from the scene. All the local news you need. KGW Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free. On Weather Impact Alert Days, stay informed, prepared, and connected with KGW and KGW Plus. Coverage that alerts you to what's coming and how it will impact you. Watch extended weather coverage on KGW Plus.
I'm Trina Green, a morning anchor at KGW and new dog mom to this sweet guy. Meet Barry. I love getting your mornings off to a great start, whether it's sharing stories of resilience and triumph in our community, or following breaking news from Beaverton to Gresham and everywhere in between. We've got you covered, because when news moves fast, you need a team that moves with you. Make the move to KGW Sunrise, weekday mornings from 5 to 9, anywhere you watch.
We are coming up on 7:29 on your Friday morning drive. One trouble spot right now on Northwest St. Helens Road out in the Industrial District, eastbound, Highway 30 actually. We've got a crash here, a fender bender that has the right lane blocked near 29th, Northwest 29th. There's a little bit of local slowing getting around that, but doesn't look like too big of a deal. I-5 southbound through North Portland, a little slow in the rain, but not bad. Right now your trip from Clark County averaging about 13 minutes. Main Street to the Fremont Bridge. Rod?
13 minutes, not bad. Yeah, thank you, Chris. We do have light rain continuing in the area, and there's a fresh batch of light rain just offshore. So we're going to continue to see this very thick low cloud deck, occasional light rain throughout the day. That's the Explore Tualatin Valley camera out over the Reserve Vineyards and Golf Club in Aloha. 45 is our temperature. We'll get up to around 50 today. I think the light rain threat goes into tonight, and then we'll be dry tomorrow. It now appears that showers will return during the morning hours of your Sunday, and then we have periods of heavier, steady rain developing Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
Good morning. We have a story just for our fast food expert. A popular fast food chain wants to pay you 6 figures just to eat.
Whoa.
Wendy's.
These are to the left of the decimal, not to the right. Okay,
right.
just checking.
Wendy's is searching for a chief tasting officer. The job pays $100,000 a year and involves tasting menu items, sharing feedback, and creating content about the food. The company says applicants just need a mouth, a pulse, and strong opinions about Wendy's.
Ron?
Okay.
The remote job requires very little travel, mostly to your local Wendy's or your couch. And,
Ron?
To apply, you just need to submit a video showing
exciting.
off your personality.
You've
and
been
taste.
nominated.
Yeah, well, I say this before, Wendy's chili is surprisingly good. I'm going to say it is better than 80% of the restaurant chili you could find anywhere.
It
I
is
think
good
it's
chili.
quite good. Have you
It
had
is.
it?
Yeah, oh,
it's
yeah,
good,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's good basic chili.
Yes.
Fries, I think, really good. Yeah. Like the fries.
I'm a big Wendy's fan. Frosties, I love them.
Frosties, very unique flavor. Everybody knows
Junior
it.
bacon cheeseburger was my
Fantastic.
go-to in college because
All
it was
right.
like still
Crispy
$1
chicken
at the time.
deluxe.
Yeah. The baked potato needs to be a little more plump, I think, or something. I haven't quite figured that out yet. Okay, let's move on.
Ever had Wendy's?
Like
You ever- once?
Yeah.
Wow, you're missing out.
Sorry. Sorry, boys.
We have a Wendy's near me, and the only reason I don't go that often is that the drive-through line is just crazy long, and I don't do lines. All right, here's a look at our rain moving through the area right now. 1 batch, 2 batches. It just looks like we keep this light rain kind of Ferris wheel going with just occasional periods of steady light rain dropping down to the area. So I really think it just stays like this all day. Deep, thick, low cloud cover, 45 over our state capital. Models do show there being more rain north of Salem and less rain near to south of Salem today, by the way. And the rainy pattern really bullseyes itself all the way up into Seattle. 45 in Portland right now. Here's your day moving forward. 48 degrees at noon, 50 at 5 p.m. We'll keep these light rain areas moving through all the way into this evening. Here is Chris McGinnis.
Man who doesn't enjoy lines, doesn't do lines. That's why he likes that 3 a.m. commute. There is a lineup on the Sunset right now. Speaking of which, we'll get to that in a second. I do have one trouble spot in the Northwest Industrial District. Highway 30 eastbound, ODOT dealing with what looks like a fender bender here near Northwest 30th Avenue. There's a little bit of local slowing getting around that, but not too bad. I-5 southbound through North Portland in the rain up near Columbia Boulevard. We're moving along at about 20 miles an hour, so that's a little thick. But again, we can do a lot worse than this on a Friday morning. 13 minutes gets you in from Main Street to the Fremont. And let's see, I think door number 3 is going to take us back out to the Sunset. Yeah, there's that inbound drive between Bethany and Cedar Hills. That's a little thick, but again, not bad. 18 minutes gets you in from Hillsborough to downtown. Guys, back to you.
Chris, thank you. We are just days away from the end of the Oregon legislative session, and lawmakers are busy passing a flurry of bills.
Legislators say that the bills are designed to protect Oregon from federal overreach. Sunrise reporter Thomas Schultz joins us now. So Thomas, walk us through all of this.
Yeah, well, guys, there's 4 big bills to talk about here. The first one would create standards for law enforcement. Officers would have to have their name or their badge number displayed while on duty. Under the measure, facial coverings like masks would be limited. They'd only be allowed when officers go undercover or during some tactical operations. The next bill, Senate Bill 1570, prohibits hospitals from sharing sensitive information like someone's country of birth or immigration status unless they're required by law or a court order to do so to ensure continued care. Third, a House bill would give people the right to sue federal or out-of-state agents if they unlawfully enter private property. That means agents would have to alert the Oregon Department of Justice of planned operations beforehand. And finally, another bill would make it illegal for employers to discriminate against employees who lawfully update work authorization documents. Immigration status could also not be used in civil court cases when it's irrelevant. And all this legislation has passed both chambers, the House and the Senate. Now it goes to Governor Tina Kotek's desk. And guys, time was ticking here. The legislative session ends in just 2 days, so lawmakers had to act fast to pass these bills. Matthew, China.
Thomas Schultz reporting live for us this morning. Thank you, Thomas. And local lawmakers are responding after President Donald Trump fired Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem. Her departure marks a stunning turnaround for a close ally to the president, who was tasked with the administration's immigration crackdown.
Alma McCarty has the local reactions and takes a look back at Noem's visit to Portland last year.
Democrats in Oregon praising the firing of Kristi Noem.
So for those of you who have been calling for her impeachment, for her resignation to be fired, you've won.
Congresswoman Maxine Dexter was one of those people introducing articles of impeachment against Noem in January. Other House Democrats signed on as co-sponsors, including Representative Suzanne Bonamici, who, after hearing Thursday's news, stated, "It's about time." Secretary Noem's departure does not absolve her of the crimes and human rights violations she committed during her disastrous time at the Department of Homeland Security. Congresswoman Janelle Bynum took to social media, writing, "Bye, Felicia," and Senator Ron Wyden issued this blistering statement: "Turns out lawlessness is not a winning strategy. See you at Nuremberg 2.0.
Nothing but the truth, so help you God."
Her removal comes after mounting criticism, including from some Republicans, like North Carolina Senator Tom Tillis.
What we've seen is a disaster. Under your leadership, Ms. Noem, a disaster.
Noem visited Portland's Immigration and Customs Enforcement facility in October.
What do you hope to accomplish by visiting Portland today?
We hope to have peace and secure some partnerships that will keep our officers safe and allow us to enforce federal law.
Upon returning to D.C., she doubled down on sending in federal troops, recalling her meeting with city and state leaders.
They are all lying and disingenuous and dishonest people.
Fast forward to this week. Lawmakers grilled her on several topics, including the fatal shootings of Renee Good and Alex Preddy in Minneapolis and the department's finances.
Did the president know you were going to do this?
Yes.
He did.
Including her role in securing a $220 million ad campaign.
President Trump tapped Republican Senator Mark Wayne Mullen from Oklahoma to replace Noem. Mullen still needs to be confirmed by the Senate, but under federal law, he would be allowed to serve as acting Homeland Security Secretary for now. So who is Mark Wayne Mullen, you ask? Well, the Republican from Oklahoma was elected to the U.S. Senate in 2023. He also served 10 years in the House and was a professional MMA fighter before that. Mullen is a strong supporter of President Trump, who most notably backed efforts to overturn the 2020 election, as well as a joint resolution to remove Trump's impeachment from the congressional record.
No president has ever used this statute to implement tariffs. In fact, this statute has never been used at all, ever in the history of our country.
Oregon is joining a number of other states in suing the Trump administration over its latest round of tariffs. Last month, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled President Trump could not implement tariffs under the International Emergencies Power Act. Now, the administration quickly pivoted, announcing a 15% tariff on much of the world under the Trade Act of 1974. Now, Oregon, Washington, and 22 other states are suing the Trump administration over the use of that law to implement tariffs. We spoke with the owner of a craft store in Southeast Portland who hopes this new round of tariffs will also be blocked and that her business might get a refund for higher costs over the past year.
We've paid extra already for the product we have in store. And so it'd be nice to see some relief on that, and then we could give some relief to our customers.
President Trump says he does have other avenues to implement tariffs, even if this latest attempt gets blocked.
The Portland Design Commission unanimously approved the plan to demolish the Lloyd Center Mall and ice rink. Developers also released these renderings of what the new space could look like. The plan is to redevelop the area into a new neighborhood with room for shops, homes, and green spaces. The mall has become largely vacant, with major retailers announcing their exit. Recently, Barnes & Noble said that it plans to close in May after more than 2 decades at the mall.
Well, we are taking a live look at our Timberline Lodge sky cam here. You can see the sun peeking up through the clouds, and so the sun will peak up earlier. later.
This weekend.
We spring forward, Rod, so why am I struggling with this?
I'm laughing with you because I often start sentences and then I'm like, I have no idea how I'm going to land this ship or this plane.
Forward.
Land the plane.
So if we're springing forward,
yes,
that means the sun will come up.
So it's going to be, the rough minutes starting Sunday night. The sun will be going down shortly after 7 instead of after 6, but it won't be coming up until that 7:30 half hour going into Sunday morning. Right now it's coming up in the 6:30 half hour. So that's the change. A little bit later to get the sun up, but it won't be going down until 7. And that's the thing I think most people will really notice. Again, that'll be Sunday night. We spring forward. Technically, it's right at 2 a.m., so before you go to bed Saturday night. All right, here we go. We've got a pattern with northwest flow bringing us areas of light rain, just continuing to drop into the region. You can see some rain in Portland right now. There's another batch just offshore from Astoria. So this will be the pattern all the way into this evening, I believe. Just low clouds and rain coming down. Now, light rain at times has been pushing through the gorge. Right now it's dry, but you can see mainly overcast from the Oregon Veteran camera in the Dalles, 46 degrees. There's a temperature. And then here are the raindrops vividly on the lens from the Springs at the Waterfront camera in Vancouver, where it's 46 degrees. On paper, it looks like we get some dry time in Portland and Vancouver, but it's certainly possible that it's a day that's either misting or the rain just picks up and it's more heavy at times. It would be light rain, but it could go back and forth, meaning just kind of at least drippy at all times. 42 in Happy Valley, 45 Salem, Almsville, and Albany. Cheese Stick, love the name, and really a pretty cat here. Looks playful. Pet of the day at kgw.com is the email address. Send us your pet's photo, and we will feature them on our show. Now, it is partly cloudy this morning over in Bend and Sun River and up into Madras. You guys have a nice day coming. Same thing, Bernstein Day, Baker City. Rain shower activities through the gorge and then some rain expected out toward the Blues. It'll be just that solid overcast day here in Portland. Less rain as you drop southward towards Salem. More rain, if anything, as you head north up into Kelso and continue northward into Seattle. 51 today. Tomorrow's dry, 60. It now looks like Sunday showers could arrive during the morning hours. That's earlier than what I had been saying. The spring forward day. Showers on Monday. Rain picks up on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of next week, which looks on the cool side with those low snow levels over the mountains. Here's Chris.
Rod, thanks for that. Let's take you back out to Northwest Portland. ODOT dealing with a fender bender on Highway 30 eastbound near Northwest 29th Avenue. You can see they've got the right lane blocked. There is some local slowing getting around that, but otherwise really not too big of a deal. And the drive times this morning have been in pretty good shape. A reminder, all next week in St. John's, anyone traveling over the St. John's Bridge know this. The St. John's Bridge will be closing each night next week from 10 p.m. until 5 a.m. the next morning for biennial bridge inspection. The Fremont Bridge will be your traffic solution around that. Corey.
Well, prom season is officially around the corner and thousands of teens will get to shop for a dress and they won't have to spend any money. We're talking all things Abby's Closet at the Oregon Convention Center and how the nonprofit is helping students to feel confident on their big night.
The KGW Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust on your time. Track how the weather will impact your day.
Certainly becoming increasingly hazardous.
Extended, continuous coverage of breaking news live from the scene.
That snowpack is still heavy.
Go deeper with in-depth interviews and exclusive reporting. All the local news you need, live or on demand. KGW Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free. The KGW Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust. Track how the weather will impact your day. Breaking news live from the scene. All the local news you need. KGW Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free. On Weather Impact Alert Days, stay informed, prepared, and connected with KGW and KGW Plus. Coverage that alerts you to what's coming and how it will impact you. Watch extended weather coverage on KGW Plus.
A special prom is experiencing a return to the Oregon Convention Center this weekend.
Abby's Closet is back, helping thousands of high school students find the perfect dress for the dance, and it's completely free. Sunrise reporter Corey Johnson joining us live from the Oregon Convention Center with a look at how it all works. Good morning, Corey. Yes, girl, show them abs.
Yes. Good morning, China. Good morning, Matthew. We have been playing dress up all morning long in what I'm calling prom heaven here at the Oregon Convention Center. Abby's Closet has returned, the nonprofit, hosting an event where students can come and get a free dress, a free prom dress as the season kicks off. But it's about more than just that. It's about building their confidence. I'm here with Sam Willis, a board member for Abby's Closet. Tell us more about the nonprofit itself.
We were started in 2004, so this is our 22nd giveaway this year, and it started when Abby was going off to college and she wanted to give her dress another chance to dance. So her and her mom started this nonprofit. 22 years later, here we are, and ironically, that is the only dress we've never given away.
Wow. And so thousands of teens will get to come to the Oregon Convention Center later today, starting at 2, but to walk us through what they'll get to do as soon as they get here.
Yeah, so students can register online, show up at their time slot. They'll get a quick little orientation of kind of what to expect. And then they're set loose, 7,000 dresses here to choose from. They'll find the perfect dress for them to go home with a free accessory and have a great prom.
And speaking of the dresses, I mean, you have every size, every color, every style. Talk more about that.
Yeah, we have dresses anywhere from 00 all the way up to plus size. Any color, the rainbow, strapless, full straps, more modest, less modest, whatever you can dream of, we probably have a dress similar.
And I mean, this is about confidence too, which is really important for high school girls. Talk about how this really builds that for them.
Yeah, it's such a fun experience. And a lot of times this is most students' first experience to picking out a really true formal dress. So if a student comes in, they may come in by themselves and they may be more on the shy end. They'll come in and you'll see them just blossom and grow and their confidence grow. We have an amazing group of volunteers and an amazing group of students who are here just lifting everyone up. And it's such a fun and empowerful time.
It is very empowering. And I mean, for those watching this, they may say, well, I have a dress in my closet. I want to donate it. Talk about how people can maybe donate something and it might get on the floor here today.
Yeah, we accept donations year round, even this weekend. We have donation drop-off sites throughout the entire city. There's a list available on our website where if you have a dress at home that you want to donate, you can take to one of those donation drop-off sites. If you bring it to the convention center here this weekend, it might go home with a student this weekend as well.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much, Sam. And we've been here all morning long. We're going to stick around as well, trying on more dresses like these. Students plan to come around 2 is when the doors open here at the convention center. But we'll send things back to you inside of the studio, guys.
Corey Johnson reporting live this morning. Corey, thank you very much. Looking fabulous. And earlier this morning, we asked you guys to share your prom photos with us. Janet sent us this photo from her prom in 1969. How about that? She says her dad took the photo. So, Janet, we appreciate you sending in your photo.
She looks like a beautiful little, Juliet. Romeo and Juliet. She does. The hair.
She looks like she could be like in the Mamas and the Papas.
All the leaves are brown, leaves are brown.
There you go.
And the sky is gray.
Ba-da-da-da-da.
Good job, guys. The harmonization was there. I love it.
Please tell me it's weather time. Here's a look at our Timberline Lodge camera. We have, pretty convincing looking snow on the ground. Snowpack potentially will get itself up to 50% 1 week from today. Right now it's about 38%. So we still have the forecast for big cascade snows next week. 29. Now today it's not a big deal. In fact, at pass level, we're probably going to see mostly bare pavement this afternoon. Snow levels go up to 5,000 feet. Tomorrow's dry, some light moisture coming in Sunday. Snow level will be above passes at 5,500 feet. It's Sunday night that the snow level drops, and then we're well below pass level, 2,000 feet Monday. 1,500 feet on Tuesday means there could be some sticking snow over the coast range highways of 6 and 26. Wednesday, looks like it now comes back up a little bit, and it could hold at 3,000 feet on Thursday, all below pass level up on Mount Hood. And the weather models are still going just crazy with big mountain snow numbers projected. Now showing about 50 at Mount Hood, 56 at Rainier, 32 up in the Olympics, and about 13 out at Anthony Lake. So if we get just a fraction of what that model just showed you, we would still end up adding some 2 feet to the base of snow up on Mount Hood, and that will get us up close to 50% of normal for the season. So that's terrific news as we're trying to make progress, right? Okay, you see the flow pattern of the clouds dropping down from the northwest today. There's some light rain in the area right now, more light rain gathering offshore. Futurecast in green just shows this continuation of light rain moving through all the way into the evening hours. We do expect the rain chances to end overnight tonight, and that will give us a dry Saturday. Very gray day expected not only currently but throughout the day. That was Chinook Winds Casino Resort in Lincoln City. Now you get just over the hill. This is Warm Springs Reservation over at Canita Hot Springs Resort, and they've got some thinning clouds, and it's actually quite sunny in Sun River right now. So if you are going into Central Oregon, you'll find dry weather. Right now it's 37 over in Bend. Portland is at 46 degrees, and our 7-day forecast 51 today, very gray, light rain continues. Dry tomorrow, 60. The showers now look like they arrive as early as Sunday morning. Sunday side 55, and of course we spring forward. Here is Chris.
That means 7 o'clock sunsets next week. All right, let's get you out the door. It looks like that earlier fender bend. No, it's still there. I thought it was clear. It's not. I apologize. Highway 30 inbound, eastbound near Northwest 29th Avenue. It looks like ODOT still has that right lane blocked, so there's a little local slowing getting around that, but it doesn't look like too big of a deal. Door number 2, we'll switch gears and take you up to North Portland. There's I-5 up near Columbia Boulevard. Rod's mentioned it's been raining. There you go, Exhibit A. How about Exhibit B? Exhibit B takes you to the Sunset. That is also wet this morning, but not too bad. Coming in from Hillsborough at last check, 22 minutes to get you in from Brookwood Parkway, I-405. We'll be right back.
I'm David Mulco, the evening anchor at KGW. Though when I'm not working, I like to spend as much time as possible out here in nature. So I don't just report about our community, I belong to it. You see, what happens here affects us all, and that's why we care so deeply about getting it right. And when local journalism is done right, it doesn't sit still, it moves. It moves you to act, to vote, to volunteer, to talk about it, to speak up, or to lend a hand. It moves your mind by challenging assumptions and offering new perspectives. It moves you forward by giving you the information to make decisions and thrive where you live. And yes, it moves your heart through the kind of human storytelling that stays with you wherever you are. And at KGW, we're here for all of it. These are the stories that move Portland.
We have some new information on a story we brought you yesterday on Sunrise. We're learning about the asbestos that closed down the Trader Joe's in Southeast Portland that was found in the store's flooring.
Cicelyne Stevens brings us an update.
Yeah, you never see Trader Joe's lot like this. An empty lot and a temporary store closure due to construction sign on the door is all you'll find at the Trader Joe's off of Southeast Cesar E. Chavez Boulevard in Portland.
Trying to get something quick for dinner tonight and didn't realize that the store was closed.
The store closed Wednesday evening after mastic material from the flooring came back positive for asbestos, a known cancer-causing material.
Mastic is an adhesive that was commonly used to essentially glue tiles to the floor. And that was an older practice. Mastic materials can contain asbestos, and that's what we found this week.
Michael Locke with the Oregon Department of Environmental Quality explains the store was undergoing renovations since mid-February, including work on the flooring, and the store's contractor did conduct an asbestos survey prior to renovations beginning.
They sent those to us, which those initial results came back negative because they didn't test the parts of the floor that contain that mastic material.
But last Wednesday, these floors raised red flags for someone.
We received that initial complaint from a member of the general public with dust that looked like it contained some black materials in it.
That sample came back positive, with concentrations of asbestos in the mastic coming in at 2 to 3%. The good news.
So if it's less than 1%, then it's not considered asbestos containing. So this material is kind of just barely over the limit of what even counts as asbestos containing. So we think that because the exposures were so short in time, that the risk to people is very low.
That was Celine Stevens reporting. Meanwhile, the store will remain closed until all the asbestos is cleaned up and further sampling is done. If you are concerned, toxicologists with the Oregon Health Authority say you can wash your produce, wipe down packaging, and transfer it to another container. But even if you don't do that, any risk of future harm is very low. And speaking of food, the KGW Great Food Drive is going on right now. We need your help to reach our goal of providing 1.2 million meals for people and families in need. One way that you can help is by making a donation online at kgw.com/food drive. A $25 donation can provide a week's worth of meals for a family. And it's a great week to donate because all week long, Rivermark Community Credit Union will match the first $5,000 donated. We want to thank local Toyota dealers, Pacific Office Automation, Rivermark Community Credit Union, and Safeway for supporting this year's food drive.
Coming up at 8, over the past few months, the city discovered more than $100 million sitting unspent in the Housing Bureau. Now, how to spend that money and who takes the responsibility, coming up in just a few minutes.